I came here like right after school. 4:30 ended all the way in San Francisco. No one gave me the memo about the traffic on the 101. I was like sitting there just singing to myself, not like this singing, but like just, myself singing. But anyways, let's all give it up for the people who organized this. Being Asian, we kind of don't get a lot of like credentials of like being really tight artists sometimes, and like I have people come up to me and be like, you look like really shy and like like all these Asian stereotypes just like don't give me opportunities to like share my art, you know what I'm saying? So having these people like more than the music, more than the poetry, more than the art, just the organizers just putting up this, I'm really thankful for. So right. I get like sappy sometimes. You don't have to clap. I haven't started yet. Alright, so this is just for the API community, or just for all the communities, because we all go through things like trying to communicate with our parents, because they've been through stuff that like my parents have been through stuff that I can't even touch. Like my dad won't even like talk about things sometimes because they're so deep. And so, and a lot of just our communities who, especially like we come from like different countries, like we go through this, but it's important to talk to our parents and what they've been through, even if it's not what is like respected. So this is just a poem about that. We don't have to clap. Okay. I'm gonna like give this side love. I love you guys too, but I feel like we all been like facing this way for some reason. Thank you. You're welcome. Ask him what it feels like to breathe underwater. The feeling of touching the face of the dead, one hand on heart, one hand on cheek. Why pencil scratching on paper sounds like freedom. Ask them about the calluses on their feet from walking miles to school, and ask them about anger and depression, how it feels to go hungry and full off a few grains of rice. What does it look like to lose family? And will they let me taste their poverty? Ask him. What does war feel like? Press it against my face so I can see my reflection in their pupils, because at time, all I see is an atlas and a geographical map, a fragmented disorder of history. Harmony picks at her forehead and calls it surgery. I was 19 when she told me she's healing frostbite from escaping north to south. Ask him, what does it feel like to be a refugee? I was born with hands of farmer and of labor, and I hide them in back pockets of jeans. Sometimes I paint the nails to feel big girly, but what does it feel like to dig these fingers beneath the roots of the country and grab, holding on to what was left? I bet freedom was tasteless, licking their knuckles alone. Yesterday, 2 brothers were shot. Today, I was born, and all we got is dysfunctional nostalgia to collage a story. 2nd grade, my family tree was only 2 generations. Appa tried to make up names as fillers to either make me feel like I belong to a bigger family or to deny himself memory of his. Ask them, how handsome were our fathers and our fathers' fathers? I bet they talked as loud as me, recluse like me, wrote and dreamt like me. 17 when I told Appa I'm depressed, he consoled me by saying, toughen up, everybody needs to feel a little loneliness. I never really got what that meant then, so teach me how to place my hands to the sun and ask God to count my blessings of theirs and Appa's and Harmony's. Teach me to listen and understand why they burn rubber on skin to get me to finish college. Tell me all the reasons and listen to my chansori. Where did I learn to float above the storm? Why does God speak to me in my sleep? Why do I hear babies crying when I study? I want to see my reflection in their pupils. I want to be a good daughter. I want to know Oma and Appa and my elders and history. Just look at the back of my hands and see Pukan, see Shigor. I want to love these hands. Tell them to spill. We need a drink. Tell us the miracles and the tragedy. Tell us how we got here and how we hurt and miss family. Revive. Break this apathy. Harmony had 8 brothers and sisters in North Korea. Her silence pent all this up until she finally broke when I was 21. What were their names? And is this where I get my full head of hair from? Or is it from Haraboji? Revive and tell our elders, remember, You have family, and it's not your fault you had to leave. They need to hear from us. There is no shame in hardship. There is no shame in being broke. There is no shame telling us they've lived life on their knees, eating breadcrumbs falling off plates, saying we have no shame and are ready to accept themselves and nudity, revive and break this apathy. Let me live by asking all these questions. What does it feel like to sit there, silent? Put a mirror to their face. Hold their hands. Say you love them. Ask them where we come from. Tell them we are their children and we want to know what Han is. We have to speak to them or else they'll bury themselves and us in their own mysteries. They want to be close to us. Put down our guns and listen. Bridge the gap and ask him, what was it like when we were once one?
She's really tight. She's crazy. I don't know if you guys have like the typical like Asian moms when they get heckin' mad and they yell at this point where it's like that. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, no love. We all have like really nice moms. If I saw all y'all faces, I know you guys would be lying. I can usually. Thank you. Wait, no, not thank you. But anyway. So is it cool if I do another poem? My last one? Okay, cool. So now that we're all like, we all know my family and everything about me, and I know like nothing about you guys, which is fine. That's what's afterwards for, but yeah, this is like a new chapter in my life. I know I talk a lot about myself, but I really don't mean to. It's just I'm on stage and I'm pretty a normal person. Sometimes, but yeah, I'm about to move to the East Coast. I got into grad school. I'm gonna be starting an arts and education program, and if anyone knows what's going on with the budget cuts, it's going serious right now. And I really believe in the arts and really believe in like communicating with art and using art, especially for our youth. Yeah, especially because our arts are the first things getting cut. And so, this has nothing to do with the poem, but yeah, just a new chapter in my life. And so, just wanted to share this, guys, with you before I leave the Bay. And thank you for having me here. Thank you for opening the space for me to just like be myself. I really appreciate that. You don't get that a lot anymore. You always have to like try to front with people, but it feels good to like be feeling myself right now. Are you guys feeling yourself? Yeah? Alright, good. My lips were dry. Parched branches in a desert, they crack. Thirst. Stood in long lines to dip my life in a well, redipping. Searching for my soul in men, redipping again. Pity attempts to find my own reflection, sought men in repetitions, their bodies, my stand in the moon, my only witness bait. I lured myself to them. Inhaled the patriarchy, black hoodies, power. I needed a king, I was lonely. Took a piece of them to feel authority, held each face to see what I was missing cheap. Oma once told me it looked like she just got me off the corner street, I was that girl. Turquoise dressed up on purpose, seeking cheap attention, plastic crowns, never been treated like a queen and be acting loosely. Couldn't believe I could get better than what was in front of me. Couldn't believe I could go back to purity with no price to pay. A concept too merciful, so I sold myself to the devil. But God, you kept me on your payroll. In spite of my means to get confidence, the truth is I was real broken. The truth is I was searching for your love and physical politics. I am woman, full-blooded, with full figure and no full life. Trickster of my own kind, yet you called me. Saw me in my abyss, past daunting, tracking flies to its quarters. I never want to be that easy again, my well was dry. Woman and tried, body in drought. Men, they never saw me thirsting for your precipitation. I knew it wasn't love, because it never lasted longer than a few months. They called me, I would respond, because I was she at
fists filled with dark dirt, always recreating what I tore. It's been long walks from their house door to my car. I came with my insecurities, dropped my baggages at your feet. Waiting in opaque skies, you arrive with your majestic wind, face buried beneath the sanctuary snot and tears, praying that you never abandon me. And instead you gave me this chastity ring 5 times. 5 loves, 5 redemptions, 5 hopes, 5 forgivenesses. Call my name 5 times, because you said, like nobody else I knew, I had nothing to my name. Yet you echoed it in my dark abyss. Drink this, cup against lip. Remember this, how expensive our hearts high on a high throne. Believe it, receive it, this is the finest of jade, because in the core of my heart is your chrome. I am a well, deep and everlasting, made of pure alabaster, rooted in a source sweeter than mangoes. Remember this, God, inside my well. Believe it, I'm saved, my past in His resurrection. You kept each tear from their house door to my car, worn and tried, undeserving and expensive. You said, come as you are, weak and rejected as I was weak and rejected and expensive. No more fears, no more lies, I am she. No more fears, no more lies, I am queen. No more fears, no more lies. You're the king. You're my king.